Welcome to another one-on-one Notary Public Signing Agent Coaching with me, Mark Wills. I am the educator of the loan signing system. So glad you're here. If you're watching this on replay, understand that every single one of these are on my Instagram newsfeed or posted to my YouTube channel. So if you missed a little bit of this, you love what you're about to see, make sure you go watch up every single one of these because it is an hour packed full of real life notary signing agents on with me with real problems, real issues, learning how to get through every single one of them. So I am so glad I'm here. So happy you're able to join me live for those who are live. Hello. Hope everybody's doing. I'm battling a little bit of a cold, but I'm going to get through this bad boy because I am so excited to be here every single week with you. Okay, cool. So how does this work? Well, I get on live and it is one-on-one notary coaching. If you have any problems at all with your business, I am here to help you through them. We do this live, so there's a little add camera button right here. Add yourself. I will get you on and we'll do this bad boy for an hour. Hello, Melissa. Hello, everybody. Ask the Biller. So glad you're here. So there's an add camera button right here. Add yourself right now. Let's talk through some of your problems. Let's do through everybody here so we can help everybody with their signing agent problem. So number one is my girl, Dee Dee first. Let's see how everybody's doing. Hope everyone's having a great, blessed Monday. Dee Dee, you are up. DL Notaries, what's up? Dee Dee in the house.
Hi.
Looking beautiful like always, Dee. So talk to me, girl. Where are we at?
Okay, so I have a loan officer that I connected with, and he uses Chicago title here in the office, in Modesto. And so I built that relationship. So I was trying to get in the door, like, hey, introduce me to your loan officer. So he did. He introduced me through an email, and then she forwarded that email to their person that manages the application for notaries. So basically they're saying, hey, you need 2 years experience to get, to start working with them. And I'm not quite at 2 years. So do you have any suggestion, even though a loan officer referred it,
Yeah, look, bottom line is this. Every timeline is negotiable, right? Period, right? Whether it's 2 years, 1 month, AMROC says 0 experience, but yet AMROC hires brand new signing agents every single day. So what Chicago Title is trying to do is they're trying to weed out the signing agents who would theoretically make errors because they are new. But your job, like I always teach you, is to go in and make sure you're connecting as soon as possible. So the moment the email came out, you should have been like, yo, this is Dee Dee. I'm going to stop by tomorrow and say hi. So instead of them kind of pawning you off, because all everyone's doing is pawning you off to the next person and putting that, is she the real deal on somebody else? So remember the loan signing system way is the moment you got that email is the moment you should have reached out to her. Maybe the truth was that she still needs to move you down the funnel. But that doesn't take away from what your job is. And your job is to make sure you're connecting with everybody because everybody on the way to whoever the decision maker is can vouch for you. So that's the first thing is don't forget what I teach you, and that's to make sure you have a personal connection. The second thing is, let's say, for instance, let's go down the coaching path that still doesn't work. Your contact can still lean on them, right? But I don't recommend having your contact lean on them before there's a personal connection because nobody wants anybody forced upon them, right? Period, right? It's like when you were single and your sister's trying to hook you up with some guy, you're like, girl, I got this. I don't need you, right? So it's kind of the same concept. We're like, I don't need another notary. Like, stop. But the pushing on you, the leaning on them becomes easier if they realize how great you are, if they realize how amazing your smile is, they feel your energy. So now the leaning becomes a little less leaning and more of a strong recommendation. So my ending conversation is, yes, all timelines are negotiable, okay? Your job is to make sure that you have enough of a relationship with the Chicago Title rep, or it could be First American, it could be AMROC if you're a new signing agent watching right now. But they're always going to blow you off until they get to know who you are. Does that make sense? So be like, look, I understand you need a 2-year requirement. I also understand that you're really only needing a 2-year requirement because you don't want to hire any newbies to make mistakes. So let me just walk you through some of what should make you comfortable that I won't make any mistakes. Lead with the value. Lead what you'll do above and beyond the other notaries you're currently using. So make sure that you're always jumping on with them face to face. And so whoever it is pushing you down the pipeline, maybe that's a regional office in Seattle. I don't know. Get on the phone with them, get a personal email with them, walk them through why you should get a chance, walk them through why you got recommended by one of their clients, right? So make sure they see the weight of, look, my client, you know, your client, excuse me, who does business with Chicago Title would only recommend somebody if they knew how good that person was. So keep pushing them down, realize that everything's negotiable.
Right.
Fidelity will allow signing agents less than 2 years if there's a reason to. I agree with Fidelity. If I'm just going to get an application and it shows 2 years, like, and they have not been around for 2 years, excuse me, I'm going to blow them off too until there's a reason why that I should, oh, this is why. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. It's funny because I do that with all the other title offices. I don't know why that one thing just got me off. And I'm like, as you're saying, I'm like, why didn't I just go do that?
Yeah, well, the short answer is you kind of got a roadblock. You're like, oh, and so we naturally kind of tense up. We're like, oh, what do I do next? And so you're totally not alone. I'm glad that's why I have these one-on-ones. But look, you're going to get another roadblock, and their job, Fidelity's job, is to make sure that they don't put a notary in front of one of their clients who's going to make a mistake. Right. Their first line of defense is by saying, we need 2 years. Fair enough. Like, that makes sense to me.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So your job is to be like, look, I understand why you're saying that. But on the flip side of that conversation, here is like, I own a signing service. I've been, you know, like, keep going down your qualifications. And now they realize they're not dealing with a newbie. And then obviously make sure you keep throwing behind, like, your client would never have recommended me if I wasn't capable, willing, and able. Does that make sense? So keep going down, girl. I'm so proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. Anything else for today?
Yeah, one more question for you. So if you don't know, it's okay. I can probably find out through them directly. So I am Fidelity approved through one of the signing services I, worked with earlier on in my journey. Yep. So because I got an email from them saying, hey, make sure your background check's updated because it was coming up the yearly background check. Does that mean I am approved with Fidelity or is it through the signing service?
Good question. So there's 2 Fidelity approvals. This is for everybody watching. This is a great question. I get it all the time, and I'm glad I'm answering right now. So Fidelity has 2 different requirements for notary signing agents to work for Fidelity-owned companies. One is an approval where you can work directly underneath the signing service. So the signing service is an approved vendor of Fidelity, but then they are allowed to send out Fidelity-approved notaries under their umbrella. There is still usually a Fidelity packet that is required to be signed and filled out by a notary working underneath a signing service. But if you are approved to work with signing services that are approved with Fidelity, that does not mean that you're a signing agent who can go directly to a Fidelity office. There's still a second approval where you need to be approved to work directly with the Fidelity-owned title office, which is basically the same package the signing service needs to fill out in order to be a signing service that are approved with a Fidelity company. So you're right now currently a Fidelity approved notary work under a signing services Fidelity approval. You need to go essentially get the same approval that the signing service got in order to be an approved contractor for Fidelity. Does that make sense?
No, that makes perfect sense.
Now, there's going to be a couple different levels of requirements. So being a Fidelity approved notary working under a signing service, you don't necessarily need the 2 years experience. You don't need the E&O insurance coverage. There's a few things you don't need because you're falling under the umbrella of the signing service. But if you're going to go be a signing agent that's approved by Fidelity directly, then you need to fill out all the E&O information, all the maybe have the 2 years approval. Again, that is negotiable. Like everything in life is, but if you don't give them any reason to approve you otherwise, then it's going to be a hard no. But no, you need to be approved directly with Fidelity as a signing agent to work directly with their escrow officers, or you need to be work under a signing services umbrella, which you are currently.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're quick. I'm going to give you a little quick hack though, okay? Quick hack. Excuse me. So here's a quick hack. So let's just say you do not get approved directly with Fidelity to work with them directly. But since you are Fidelity approved under a signing service, you still don't want to lose the opportunity for business because you got referred to them by your contact. So what you can say is, well, shoot, it doesn't look like I'm going to qualify for working directly with Fidelity, but do you mind requesting me through the signing service that is approved with Fidelity? Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Did that little hack make some light bulbs go off? So I don't want you thinking it's the end of the road if you don't get approved directly with Fidelity.
Right.
But think, okay, cool, I get it. I'll come back to you whenever you feel like I'm capable of being a direct signing agent. But in the interim, I know that ABC Signing Service is an approved Fidelity contractor. Do you mind hiring me through ABC Signing Service so I can still get the orders, but we can just bill it and organize it through the signing service that is currently Fidelity approved? So it doesn't mean you'll necessarily lose out on that. Now, will you lose a little bit of money because of the cut the signing service takes? Yes, but you're not losing that relationship. So when you are direct Fidelity approved, you then can segue out of that relationship. Now, the signing service is going to love you. So you're going to go to the ABC signing service and be like, hey, I would love to get my Fidelity signings through your company. You're going to make easy $25, $50, whatever your cut is. Just make sure you use me. Now the signing service is excited because let's say it's through my signing service. I just got a free $25 or $50 I would never have got otherwise because you are bringing me your contact. You want me to sign up through you. Does that make sense? So the signing service wins because they get a few bucks.
Yeah.
The signing service wins because they get a few bucks and they've never talked to that escrow officer. You win because you can still get the appointments.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't even know that. I would try that for my own signing service when it's ready to go. So yeah, thank you.
Exactly. So there's a little hack for you. Hey, D, I'm always so proud of you, girl. Keep building, girl. Let's go.
Let's go. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. I hope everybody heard that little hack. I hope everybody heard that little gem that I just dropped. Remember, I do every single thing that I can do to help you build your business. My name is Mark Wills. I teach signing agents how to build loan signing agent businesses. If you're watching me for the very first time, you're like, who are you? Well, I'm just a guy who sets out every single Monday to help signing agents make profitable businesses. I'm so glad you're here. So every Monday I jump on live to help people build their businesses. Who's up next? Let's go with Jaspreet. Remember, if you're here for the very first time, jump on. There's a little add comment. Add yourself right here.
Hey Mark, how are you?
Jaspreet, how you doing? I'm a little
Good afternoon.
under the weather, so I'm grabbing some water, but talk to me, girl.
I'm good. How are you doing today?
So good. I'm glad you're on. What can I help you with today? What is going on with your business?
Okay, so one thing is right now I'm establishing my side business. I'm looking for one shop and it's almost getting done, finalized. So my half of the thing is over there. So one question I have, so I just saw before that you were talking to the person. I have the same question for my Fidelity as well. More left. This thing is, every time I wanted to go to the, title company, but this thing backs me off. Like, what if they will say no and they will say, okay, you don't have experience. You can go to that signing services. We can, like request you.
Well, Jaspreet, you keep breaking up, so I don't really know the question, but this is live, so I want to make sure that you get your answered question. So, Jaspreet, if you hear me, girl, you kept on breaking up. So I don't know what the question was outside of sometimes title companies are going to want 2 years of experience. Like, if you own the title company, wouldn't your first line of defense to make sure someone was a legitimate notary was to make sure they were a notary for more than a day? So, but that's just a really easy thing to go over and around. If you can prove to them, if you will show them that through experience and through trainings, then you will be able to serve them the way they want to be served. Just because you hear something doesn't mean it's not negotiable. Look, one of my favorite sayings in life is everything is negotiable. Your job is to show value. Your job is to show why they should trust you and why they should use you as your signing agent. So whenever you see the wall, successful people build a door, a lot of us get a little bit of like, oh no, they said this. Okay, how do you overcome it? How do you make them feel comfortable? Remember, if you owned a title company, if you owned a signing service, and a signing agent wasn't willing to tell you why you should give them a shot, if a signing agent wasn't willing to tell you why you should be trusted, then I also would put up very easy roadblocks to get rid of the people who really aren't serious about this business. If you're watching this, let the person know that you're serious and you're ready to build them a business. That's my biggest takeaway on that. Okay, cool. Some people are asking to be added. There's an add camera button right here, like right where my finger is. I think it is on your phone. There's a little ad, there's a plus symbol and a camera. You want to get on live with me, just hit that bad boy. It's first come, first serve. So Brenda Hill, jump on, jump on. All right, who's up next? Eugene, my man. I'm battling a little bit of a cold right now, so I apologize if I'm drinking water or if I'm sniffling, but I didn't want to let you down because I'm here to help you build the business every single Monday. Let's go. Oh, Eugene, you there, brother?
I am.
All right. Well, first off, make sure you are safe. Turn your camera around. There we go, brother. How are you, man?
Good. How are you?
Good.
How is everything?
So, make sure you're pulled over, man. I don't want any accidents.
I am. No, I'm parked. I'm parked. I'm not driving.
Let's get this party started, bro. Where are you from and any questions?
I'm from Jersey, so I got my license. I passed your test. I passed the NNA test. I got a couple signings already, so everything is rolling the way it's supposed to go.
Beautiful.
So the thing is, I'm a real estate investor as well, right? So the reason why I got into it, because as a real estate investor, I had so many difficult signings with people, so I figured out, hey, if I can do it myself, since I'm already in the business, it should be easy to get in and start talking, right? So I start kind of, did my cards, start talking to the few guys, but they start pushing back because they know Eugene as an investor. They don't know Eugene as a signing agent, right?
Right.
So I kind of talked to the few realtors, friends of mine, this and that. They said, oh, yeah, well, we'll when we'll get to it, we'll get to it. Yeah. Well,
so
now I just have to.
There's a couple things. First off, make sure when you're approaching people, it's either you're an investor or a signing agent. It's not the both, right? So make sure you get two different cards. It's not like, oh, I'm Eugene /notary /investor /mortgage.
No. I got it.
Right?
Yeah.
So first, I'm just giving you a little coaching because some of my students will be like realtor /signing agent. Nobody wants to deal with someone who is half in, right? Even if you know you're not half in. You want to deal with it. So I'm kind of coaching you and everybody else watching right now. So if you're in that mode, make sure. Number two is make sure that when you're talking, look, I always tell people, your friends, the people you know are the hardest people to market to, okay? For two reasons, all right? First reason is the reason it's really hard to market to friends, like we got a friend who's a realtor, a friend who's a loan officer, whatever. Number one reason it's hard to market to friends because your friends have seen you drunk. Just joking. Kind of, but not joking. Okay, so, but number one, the reason it's hard is because they kind of know you. They don't know you as a signing agent. So the first reason it's hard to get you is because they're like, dude, I know you just got that course 2 weeks ago. So the reason it's hard to market to friends, I was kind of joking about the drunk part, is because they know that you just became a signing agent, right? So you almost have to oversell yourself. That's the point I'm really trying to make. So they know that you're an investor, right?
Right.
So you have to oversell yourself. Like, look, because I'm an investor, I understand the importance of really coddling the signing. I've been to signings where the signing is just turned sideways. I've been there where the notary doesn't care about the relationships. I've been at a point where the notary is just staring at their phone more about the sign. Oversell yourself knowing the problems that they have. But why it becomes more powerful from you is because you've been on the other side of the table. So you can be like, look, I've been in your shoes, Mr. Realtor, because of my experience as an investor. So you have to oversell them on the value add. Does that make sense? It stinks because you wish you could almost undersell them because you're like, dude, I've been working with you for 10 years. But the problem is you're not the first student of mine who's had this conversation with me. And it's like, look, you have to oversell yourself. That's my coaching. You have to over become relatable. That's my coaching. Does that make sense? Because you're like, look, dude, you're going to let the title company hire a notary who you have no idea of how many closings they've done. I've been an investor for 10 years. I care. My point is you have to oversell yourself. And I think a lot of times because of your relationships, you almost feel you need to undersell yourself. And that's what kind of kills you right before you even start the pitch. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. So now I'm thinking maybe go to somebody that I know, like I haven't done any business with. It just go completely separate way and start from the fresh saying, hey, because like, look, I have about 10, 15 title companies that I personally work with. They did closing. I signed myself with them and everything else. I know probably 10 to 15 lawyers that I dealt in at one point, right? I know a lot of.
Let me give you another piece of coaching. So the short answer is yes, your head's in the right spot, okay? But I don't want you losing those warm leads, okay? So
Okay.
to your point, I do agree with you. You should 100% be casting your net wider, 1,000,000%, okay? But I don't want you losing the leads. Now, look, you have something that a lot of my other students don't have, and that's called leverage. Don't be afraid to use your leverage. That's business 101. So my point is when you talk to some of your people in the industry, be like, oh man, I got this great property out on 101 East Street, man. But you know what? I'm also like moonlighting as a signing agent, right? So dangle the carrot of their future business with like, hey man, I love our relationship because you know my next property, I'm probably going to use you on my next property. And I love our relationship because I know our relationship's super synergistic. So speaking of synergistic, I'm moonlighting as a signing agent to make a few bucks in the evening. So how good does my next property sound? Oh, it sounds good. Great. I would love an opportunity to do some of your signings, right? Don't be afraid to leverage one business for another. Does that make sense?
It does.
So don't lose those warm leads. Just leverage your other business for business here. Because theoretically, Eugene, it should be a win-win. Like if you're helping feed their family, should they not kind of help you feed yours? So
I agree.
But as a salesperson, your job is to put that on a platter. Don't hide from that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So basically, like when I go to like networking events, right? I meet like usually in networking events that I go to is like 4 different people, right? There's a lawyers,
That's right.
There's a title companies, there's realtors, and there's investors, right? That's it. There's nobody else. So when I talk to, let's say, to the title company, it says, hey, you know what? Next closing, I'll give it to you. However, I also, signing agent. If you need help, here's my other card, right?
Yeah. Here's what. But I wouldn't be that blunt about it. I'd be much more win-win about it, right? Because no one wants to feel like you're hanging something. So the short answer is yes. Here's the here's the longer answer. Like, hey, I'm a real estate property. I did 8 closings last year. Man, I'm always looking to work with wonderful people who scratch my back as much as I scratch their back. So I would not be as forthright blunt because I think it's a little mean, to be honest with you. You know, you don't want to be like, I do this for you. But at the same time, you're like, I love to work with people who love to like take care of each other. Does that make sense? So be much more LSS about it and be more like, I want everyone I deal with to be a win-win, right? If I give you business, you give me business, it's really synergistic. So I would argue that would be a little bit a better approach. Because what you don't want people to do is like, oh, well, I'm not going to work with you only if I get that. That'd be like me saying, oh, take my course. I'm going to give you a signing. No, you know what I mean? So be a little less oomph about it and a little bit more PC. And I think you'll get more flies with honey.
Yeah, I found in New Jersey lawyers deciding who's going to be their closer versus in title company, right? So every closing that I went through, my lawyer picked, this guy's going to be your signing, blah, 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 right? So, title company don't even have nothing to say. So would I just go and pitch lawyers instead of pitching the title companies?
Well, I mean, look, you know the way I roll, bro. You should be pitching everybody. Like, everyone's an opportunity for business. So I don't want to say yes to this, and that means you're not pitching a title company because you can still get business from them. So the short answer is your head's in the right spot, but don't pigeonhole yourself, if that makes sense.
Right.
So go with everybody.
Makes sense.
Hey, bro.
Makes sense.
Congratulations on the few first signings.
Thank you.
I can't wait to hear how big your business is, man.
You got it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome, brother.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
So
you.
my coaching there, my biggest takeaway from there is, somebody said it best, is, you don't ever want to sound quid. It's like, I do this, you do that. But it's okay to be like, I want to be in a synergistic relationship. It's not selfish to be like, I want to be married to somebody who wants to take care of me as much as I want to take care of them. So, if you are a real estate investor or a real estate agent and you have some leverage and you have some opportunity where you can help somebody else, I believe that's perfectly okay to say. Your job is to say it in a manner in which it makes sure that everyone realizes that they're valued. It's not a transaction and it's a relationship building opportunity. So glad you're here. My name is Mark Wills. Let me grab a little sip of water. Battling a little bit of cold. But you know that I'm not going to let you down. You know that I'm going to be here every single Monday, no matter how I feel, because you got a business to build, baby. Let's go. All right. So who's next? let's go with Brenda Hill. My name is Mark Wills. For everyone who's trying to join me late, I'm so excited you're here. These are recorded. These are on my YouTube channel. These are on my Instagram news feed. So make sure you watch this if you like what you heard so far. Every Monday's just as fire. So glad you're here. Okay, cool. Anybody there? And then I'm going to go Brenda. And then I'm going first come, first serve. Honest signings, you'll be next. Angelina, Sean, and Kiki. All right, doesn't look like I'm going to try Brenda one more time. All right, Brenda, I'm going to go to Sophia. Sophia, you are up. Hello, Rachel. How you doing? All right. So, Sophia.
Mark!
What's up, my girl? Always bringing that smile. I love it. Okay, so tell everybody where you're from, and then let's get into some coaching.
Mark, well, I'm from DC.
Okay.
About 90 days in now. 90 days in. So look, it's a simple question, but it's one that's wrecking my brain because, you know, I be stressing out. I got my first direct signing. Yep, I got it. Yep.
Girl, let's go.
Dude. I'm like,
Okay,
Mark,
so hold on. You need to get your flowers. Okay, so everybody in the comments, drop my girl one of those like pom-poms, one of those like horn sounds. Drop me some clapping emojis. If you watch these on these every Monday, you know, Sophia's been working. You know, Sophia's jumping on here every single day. She's doing what she has to do to build a business. I'm proud of you, girl. Like I'm gonna start crying. I'm so proud of you.
Don't cry, Mark, because I'm gonna cry. Don't.
I'm just so proud of the hard work. Because I mean, look, 90 days. Some people see 90 days like, oh my God, it took 3 months. I'm like, it only took 3 months. Like some people don't get their first direct signing for a year. I have students who haven't got direct signings. They've been a signing agent for 3 years. So, girl.
Yeah.
I hope at the end of this you go back and look at all these comments because everyone's giving you your flowers, and I am so proud of you. Okay, cool. So, holler at your boy. What's going on?
So I got the email, responded real fast. You know, I've been following the online trainings and everything. Here's my thing. What's the difference? Because in my mind, I'm hyping it up like, oh, Sophia, they're going to be like on you, like. But I know the information, but I just need to know what's really different once you go direct.
You ready? Hold on. You ready?
What?
Nothing.
Shut up.
No, and I love your transparency and honesty, and I get this all the time. It's like, Mark, and someone just said, Gene on screen just said, it's more relaxed. That's the truth. You know,
Gene
because
is my mentor in the DC area.
I love it.
I be rocking with him.
So I mean, look, it's a great question because I think a lot of signing agents almost don't go direct because they feel like it's such a different level, and it's easier. Let me tell you why. See, a signing service is stressing out because they got to send you docs, email docs, chase you down. A title company is like, look, I know you're in DC. I know you're around the corner. I know you're going to bring docs back to me, so you don't need to scan them. Just drop them off. So it actually becomes more easy and less stressful because they realize that you're local. There's less micromanaging.
Right.
The signing is literally the same. Everyone's giving you so much courage here. Nothing. Someone said the money. That is right. You make more money. So no, I mean, here's what I'm going to end with. I mean, gosh, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You know, remember, just like Fortune, the follow-up to get that first signing, showing gratitude, and then following up and cementing how did I do, following up. Because now that your foot's in the door, you need to kick that door wide open.
Yes.
The biggest mistake some signing agents make is they get their foot in the door and they'll literally email me 3 weeks later and be like, well, Mark, I haven't heard back from them. I'm like, dude, you just went on a first date. Right? So if someone wants to continue to date you, they got to keep bringing the heat. You know what I mean? So
they keep calling me.
That's right. And keep following up. So, you know, sometimes, and I'm not saying you're going to fall into this, I'm just trying to coach you, is sometimes people work so hard to get that first signing. And then they're like, well, now the phone should ring off the hook. And that's not the case. You just got your first date.
Right.
So now you got to show the person that they should go on more dates with you.
Right.
And you should show up by showing gratitude. You should show up by just saying, hey, sending them an email on Mondays. You're following up. So the same way it took to get that first signing, you're using that same effort to get into the rotation. Remember, they probably have 2 or 3 notaries they currently use. Your job is to weasel your way up until the front by showing gratitude, by being persistent, showing you'll do anything, you'll go anywhere. You still need to show that is my coaching. So you can move into the second or first position. It might take another 90 days to get there, but just keep doing what you're doing. I'm so proud of you. Like, literally, I would hug you if I could. Like, I'd be like, girl, get it. I'm so proud because so many people want this to happen tomorrow. So many people want this to happen next week. And for my students who understand that this is a process, you're going to look back a year from now and you'll be like, yo, it seems like just yesterday I didn't have any direct business. And then you'll be off to the races. So I'm so excited because I think 90 days, frankly, is really, really quick. So proud of you.
I've been telling myself, slow is a speed, Sophia. Slow is a speed. Like
the irony of it is, you think it's slow, and as someone who coaches thousands of signing agents, I'm telling you that was quick. So, you know, I mean, 30, 90 days to your first direct, I think is quick. Again, we have students, literally thousands of them, who've been in the business for years, who still have not gotten their first direct signing. Okay. So I'm proud of you. I hope you inspire everybody. My only coaching is, someone just said it took me a year. So my only coaching is, remember, you just got your first date. The work's not over, okay?
Nope.
The work is just beginning to create that relationship, right? Again, I love the dating analogy because it's the same thing, right? It might take you a while to get that first date, but now that you got the first date, you're on a journey of, will you marry me? And will you marry me takes work, takes extra dates, takes going out to dinner, opening the door, bringing flowers. There's still work, right? Yeah. And so,
man, Mark, thank you, Mark. Mark, you did that, man. Your inspiration, your encouragement.
No, I am just the coach. It's the players who make the plays, girl. You made the plays. So
thank you, Mark.
All right, I'm out of here, and let me know how it goes, okay?
All righty.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Oh, man, you have that moment is why I do it. Like, that's it. That is why I do it. Everybody has greatness in them. You have greatness in you. You can get direct business. You deserve the entire fee. And when I see a new student taking 90 days to get their first signing, their first direct signing, she's been getting signing for months, but now she keeps the entire fee. Like, that's all I want for you. All I want you to do is to earn the money you deserve, because you deserve the entire signing fee. I want you to build the business I know you deserve, because you deserve a profitable, successful, prosperous business. But man, now that's why I do it. I'm sorry. I'm taking a moment with myself because that's literally this. Everyone says, why you do it? I do it for moments like that. I do it for because I know there's greatness in you. I know that you all are deserving and capable of building a business. And where Sophia is going to be now is going to be so much farther. That's amazing. I love it. Let's go, babe. And D-Law 74, I appreciate that. I'll take the compliment. I'll take the moment. I don't ever want to. I can't take credit for your effort, but I appreciate you, D-Law 74, because I don't want to take away from your moment. That's why sometimes I let you know I'm this big of a big journey, man. But appreciate the D-Law 74. Appreciate you for saying that. All right, who's next? Oh, let's go, girl.
Okay, Mark. So I just finished your class. I'm calling from Georgia,
awesome.
attorney state, which is tough for some, but I finished your class. I got my certificate, and as soon as I uploaded that certificate into SnapDocs and all the other platforms that you told us about, I've been getting calls from like settlements, structured settlement companies, attorneys, title companies, everywhere. But I've been doing pretty good, but I wanted to give others some motivation. this past weekend, you know, it's kind of slow on the weekends because my phone is not ringing. But
hold on, let's coach you. So why do you think your phone doesn't ring on weekends?
I don't know.
Because banks aren't working, because banks are closed.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I don't want you to overthink anything, right? So my job as your coach is kind of walk you through the process. So a lot of signing agents go, well, Mark, my phone's not ringing. I'm like, well, because banks are closed, girl. So it's not a matter of you. It's not a matter of how well you're doing. It's just very few banks are open on Saturdays, Sundays. What I should say is this: the loan processing departments of banks and frankly, title companies and escrow companies are closed on weekends. So just the fact that they're not open is why it's less. So just want to make sure you understand that. That's it. So it's only because businesses aren't open that we deal with on weekends. Okay, so continue.
So I'm cool with that. So this past weekend, I live really close to a local hospital, and I've been getting calls left and right. I was at the hospital Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, notarizing wills, power of attorneys, things like that. And the hospital didn't have anyone that they can refer out to. So yesterday I went over and I took them some little hand sanitizer, some Kleenex, some pens, and a little mug with some emergency because, you know, COVID, some things like that. So I've been getting, like I said, I've been at the hospital Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday they've been keeping me really busy. So now I've just partnered with a sign company and I'm getting signs for my business name with my business, you know, notary and my phone number, and I'm placing them in different areas around the city.
So let me just jump in real quick because I wanted to, yes, I love it. You said you wanted to come and inspire people. Here's what I tell you students is you're a business owner first, everything else second. So what makes me so proud is because I tell you students, I actually don't teach anything groundbreaking. What's groundbreaking is teaching notaries how to act like business owners. Here's what I heard. Because business owner philosophies are the same no matter what industry you work in. You took the same principles I teach you to get signing business, get GNW, general notary work. That's a beautiful thing, right? You said, I went in, I brought them vitamin C. I showed them that I cared. I showed them that I was human. I empathized. I showed sympathy. Whether you're trying to get loan signings or general notary work or getting someone to buy your cell phone, it's all the same concepts, right? And so what I love is you took the principles that I taught on this side of the business, you applied it on that side of the business, and you're getting business, and revenue is revenue. So what I would tell you as your coach is keep doing everything else that I taught you in the course and apply that to the GNW, meaning, you know, the follow-ups, the continuing of building relationships. Just don't do the goodies in the front end, do it on the, you know, the back end, and keep building those deep relationships, because I think that's a beautiful thing. You took the same principles on the LSA side and applied it to the GNW side, general notary work. And so keep doing it. It's my coaching. I'm proud of you. I hope everyone hears this because look, if you can run a signing agent business, you can literally run any business.
Yeah, you're right.
You can be selling life insurance. The concepts are the same. Show people you care for them, show value, follow up, be a human being, you know. And like I said, the part I loved about you being a human being was like, you gave them the vitamin C. It's like, I know you're doing it on the front lines. This is a little token of me showing you that I care. And so that's all life is, man, right? It's just letting people know you feel them, you see them, you validate them. And I love it because I'm so proud of you because you just took this concept, applied it here. And I'm telling you as your coach, don't stop. Keep doing it.
And my Google business page really worked as well too, because once I did that, I just sent them a link to give me a review. And, you know, once they review, my reviews go up, and I mean, I've been really busy here.
Look, I'm gonna end with this. I don't teach GNW, but huge but that doesn't mean I'm not pro GNW. The only reason I don't teach it is because I'm not an expert in it. I will never teach you something I'm not an expert in. What I am an expert in is building businesses, and you've taken the business building concepts out of LSS and applied it, and don't stop. Keep doing it. I tell you to collect reviews, and I tell you to collect reviews on the LSA side. You should naturally make the same bridge on, well, why am I, and I'm so proud of you because you're doing the same bridge on your GNW. So building a business is building a business, whether it's a construction business, GNW, LSA, all the same thing. Make sure you join SBO because a lot of the business building aspects are in that. That's a free add-on I've given to all you students. But I'm proud of you. Thank you for
you.
jumping on today. So my only coaching is double down on all the other efforts, like, you know, building relationships, showing empathy, giving goodies, walking in, showing your face, because your GNW business could be as big as your LSA. And
Yeah.
I'm not anti-GNW. I just don't ever teach something I'm not an expert in. I think that's
Yeah.
the fair thing to do. I think a lot of people out there try to be all things to all people.
Yeah.
I'm not, I don't roll like that, but building a business is building a business. So take the same principles, keep applying it, and keep going, girl.
And on the LSA side, I've been visiting my local Wells Fargo bank, and they've been sending me those because Wells Fargo, they can't touch their own real estate documents.
That's right.
So they come to me. So
I
I've
love
been
it.
doing that as well.
I love it. Hey, keep staying close. Again, you know, just because I'm not a GNW expert doesn't mean I'm not building a business expert. So take the same principles you're learning on from me on the LSA side, apply it to your GNW business, and hope everyone's inspired by this, because it doesn't matter what you're building. Just use the same concepts I teach and build it in a program. So, girl, I'm so glad you're here. Make sure you pay attention to SBO, because that's going to give you even more business building information, okay?
Okay. And
All
with at the Wells Fargo, they're doing the loan documents.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that's
That's an LSA for sure.
Yeah,
I'm just so juiced on your GNW stream of revenue, because I think a lot of students should have that GNW stream of revenue. Again, you know, I still teach because I'm not an expert, but it doesn't mean the business building isn't the same. So keep doing what you're doing, girl. I'm so proud of you. Let's go.
Bye.
All right. What a great conversation. Again, you know, building a business is the same industry to industry. It really is, right? The X's and O's is 20% of what makes you successful at whatever business you do. It's the 80% of the business building techniques that make you successful. So if you're a loan signing agent and you do general notary work, that is GNW, general notary work, the same principles I teach you to build an LSA business, she's proven is to building out GNW businesses. So don't be afraid to apply what you learn on the LSA side and GNW, because it's all the same thing. Building a business is building a business. Don't get that twisted. You don't need another course on GNW. Learning how to empathize, learning how to connect, learning how to be a human, learning how to show gratitude is all the same thing. And now that we've built out SBO, Small Business Organization, all you LSS students get that for free. Now I'm going to bring in experts on all things business on the business side. So it's going to be amazing. The loan signing system only gets bigger and better. You know why? Because I serve you. And I want you to be inspired by that, because when you learn that if you help someone else get what they want, you'll always get what you want. And that's what your business philosophy should be. Make sure you realize you're always building someone else's business, and your business will build. All right, who's up next? So glad. What a great day. All right, let's go to, let's get Brad Martin on here. Some of you guys may know Mr. Brad Martin. Brad Martin, are you there? Oh, B. Martin in the house.
What's up?
Oh, man, okay. So Brad Martin sitting in this brand new Tesla. I see you. So Brad Martin is a loan signing system ambassador for the DMV. So if you are not in Brad's group, please join. It is a free resource and value add that I provide for you, and Brad donates and volunteers his time. But no matter how successful you are, you always can use some coaching. So my guess is some high level coaching. The wife says hi, by the way. I don't know if you see that in the comments.
Hey, Heather.
Everybody needs coaching, and that's why I'm so happy Brad's here. So let's talk some coaching, man.
Well, first off, thank you so much for the Ambassador Weekend again, one more time. And my question is going to be geared, you're the perfect expert for this question. It's about social media. And I just made my first YouTube post. I just created a TikTok account last night. So I'm trying to dig into it so I can have that omnipresence. So my question to you is, what is your cadence on TikTok, YouTube? They each have different goals and audiences. So just from one social media expert, what is kind of your philosophy?
Yeah, so a couple things. So obviously you're part of SBO. We are having one of the largest social media ad agencies owner on live in 2 weeks, or March 24th. Shayna from Repurpose House. Make sure you get on that one because social media is huge. And so she is a social media expert because she does millions of dollars in this social media industry. So follow that as my first thing, free SBO. So make sure you join that. Now, you had a very good question. Okay, very good question. So, you know, Brad's question is social media for signing agents and even signing services. That's what he's launching. So Brad's point is very good. Everyone reaches a different target audience, okay? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. What I would say the best two platforms for a signing service, okay? Now I'm assuming you're building this out for your signing service or signing agent business, correct? I would say that would be Instagram and Facebook. I'd actually say don't worry about TikTok or YouTube. The reason why is you have to think about where's my target audience. See, for me, it's notaries, right? I'm not trying to get an escrow officer or mortgage officer or a lender, right? Where are they going to most likely be? Is going to be Instagram or Facebook, the king and queen of social media, okay? So my point is like an escrow officer isn't on YouTube saying, I want a signing service and looking for your YouTube content. Does that make sense? So I want you to put effort where your target client is. So the first thing I would tell you as you're building out, I'm coaching everybody here, is where you have to ask yourself is where does your ideal customer most likely going to be? So a signing services ideal customer won't necessarily be on YouTube because that is search intent based social media channels. That makes sense. YouTube, I mean, TikTok, which is great, is more entertainment. So your real professionals won't be there per se. Now, I'm not saying don't do TikToks because I'm going to say you could repurpose some of your Instagram stuff on TikTok. But my point is don't necessarily make TikTok specific content. I would want you to make specific content for Instagram or Facebook. Now, those can be repurposed for each other. By the way, Shayna owns repurposehouse.com. She's going to be amazing for this conversation. So a short coaching for you is, and I hope everybody heard me on that, is when you start a social media presence, you have to ask yourself, where is my customer? Now, is your customer searching? Then maybe it's YouTube. Escrow officers aren't. Does that make sense? They're not going to be on YouTube looking for a signing service per se. Cool. Anything else on that?
So with Instagram and Facebook, what do you think a good cadence is to stay high in the algorithm? So is that once a week, 3 times a week, once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day? What do you think makes sense?
Once a day, 100%. Now, what I want to tell you though, Brad, is, and Brad's an ambassador, so he gets some higher level coaching from me at times. So, you know, what I want to remind you of is remember how valuable your time is that we talked about. I hope everybody hears me on this. Is what I don't want you to do is overthinking how much time you spend on social media, because is that really going to equal more money? You hit it on perfectly. Your job for social media is omnipresence. So you should not be spending more than 15, 20 minutes a day on your social media because it's one avenue of your omnipresence. Sometimes signing service owners end up spending 2 hours a day. And I'm like, dude, that 2 hours a day is better spent marching around the DMV or Pennsylvania trying to get new people to use your signing service than it is to get it. Now, your social media should complement your marching around. So here's what your social media really does. I hope everybody hears me on this. Is when you walk into a title company, you go, oh my gosh, follow me on my social media channels. And now you're able to continue a conversation with the ideal client. Does that make sense? It's not necessarily trying to find an ideal client on social media. It is to cement who Brad is. It's to cement the services that you provide. Does that make sense? So don't overthink how much time you're putting into it, because it's not necessarily going to get new clients from a random search or find perspective, but you want to be able to give somebody your card that says, follow us on our social channels. And now after you've done your verbal close, you can then do a soft close or reminder on your social channels of the services you provide. You can spend all the 15 or 20 minutes cementing what you've said in person on your social channel. Does that make sense?
Right. Absolutely.
This was a fire conversation.
Definitely time block in the morning, so I'm not wasting that time so I can get it done and off my plate. But yeah, I think 15, 20 minutes is right. I think YouTube and TikTok, the question was just from kind of building your personal brand, and that's kind of a slow, steady, but
Yes.
yeah, definitely don't waste the time there. So I hear you there. I got it.
Yes. And so right now, like I taught you the other weekend, it's time in, money out, right? So time in, money out right now is going around building out your SS. Once your SS is really built, then you kind of work on the back end personal branding. Personal branding isn't going to be dollars back to you. And I think a lot of signing agents don't get that.
Anytime soon, yeah.
That makes sense. But you should have a social presence that completes your omnipresence. So when you're walking into a title office, you drop off a card, say, hey, follow me on social. Now it just reinforces everything you said in person.
Got it. Okay.
Does that make sense? So you can look at social media for signing services almost like another email communication. So when you're emailing them, you're really saying, hey, I'm available. Hey, we do this. Hey, we do that. Social media can also reinforce those concepts as well. Hey, we do this. Hey, we're nationwide. Hey, we have the best schedulers. Hey, right. It's just reinforcing the in-person messaging that you're saying. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yep.
Cool. Great conversation.
I knew you'd be the right one to ask.
I love it, man. And by the way, let's inspire some people real quick on the way out, B.
Sure.
How long have you been a signing agent per se? Year and a half?
No, October 2020. So almost, yeah.
So,
April will be a year and a half.
So in a year and a half, you've scaled to a full-blown nationwide signing service. Is that correct?
Yeah, my signing service anniversary is the 10th, which is Thursday. 1 year anniversary. Yeah.
So he was just like you, a brand new signing agent a year and a half ago. Slow as a speed. I actually think it's pretty quick that in a year and a half he built a signing service. But the point is, Brad stayed the course. Me and Brad have an epic conversation on my YouTube channel on his journey. But everybody sees the Tesla, right? But not everybody understands the work you've put in to get there. And so I want everybody to know that he was a brand spanking new signing agent a year and a half ago, and now he owns a signing service, farming out business, making passive income, and helping other notaries build their business. Anything you want to add to that on the way out?
Yeah, guys, if you're new and you're in Mark's group, just follow his course. Like he says, slow as a speed. But if you hustle and grind and follow everything in there, watch all the mentorship videos, his YouTube channel, it's all there. Just pick up the nuggets and run with it as fast as you want to go. But it's all there. You can definitely crush this industry for sure.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It looks like someone you gave business to just dropped. Love Brad's signing service. Go, Brad. So Brad is changing lives by helping other notaries. So Brad, appreciate you, man. Great conversation. I'm out. Oh my gosh. So yeah, Brad is an ambassador for the loan signing system for the DMV signing service owner. I got time for one more to get this off. Let's go. Who's been waiting for a minute? Let's go with Kayla. I think that's how you say it. Sorry, I'm battling the cold a little bit. You're like, Mark, why are you coughing? Why are you? So what up, girl?
Hi. Am I on?
How are you?
Oh, good, good. Okay, so I have a question. I've been doing about 30 signings so far since I started.
And how long have you started ago?
Well, I started back in November of 2021.
I love it. Building a business, 30 signings deep. Let's go.
Yes. I'm super excited. I only do SS work right now, but I'm going to take the plunge to do direct signings. But my question is, for people who do a lot of signing service work, how do you manage like 4 or 5 signings in a day if you don't really know whether the person is going to be a reader or
so the short answer is this. So there's 2 answers here. There's 2 answers to that question. If you are doing more than 1 signing a day fairly consistently, it's probably in your best interest to have a mobile office. So that's the first thing. So the first thing is they're not going back to the home base and printing docs and scanning docs. So that's the first step. Now, I don't want any new signing agents feeling the pressure of getting a mobile office. You do not need a mobile office until you're doing at least 2 signings in one day fairly consistently. Okay. Now, it's obviously a huge tax deduction because it's for your own business, but that's the first answer. So a lot of people, like, to your point, is like, geez, how are you running around? The answer is they're not running back to their office every single time they got to scan back docs. They do a signing drop off, go to a little parking lot, open up their trunk, scan docs, print the next set. So that's the first secret to doing 3 or 4 signings a day through SS, okay? The second secret is learning your own cadence. So understanding that, you know, I can get, when you've got enough readers, you can understand, look, I can get a reader, I can probably get them out in about an hour 15, right? So my point is you have to learn your own cadence to different scenarios and then average out what time it takes you and then plan each signing for that. What you don't want to do, though, is plan out every hour as if you're going to have a reader. Because the odds are you get a reader, what, 1 every 5, 1 every 10? So trying to organize your schedule based on something that happens 10% of the time isn't a good business move, right? Now, you know how quick your cadence, by the way, your cadence is. So there'll be a point when you get to 100 closings that you're going to be quicker than you are today. But you should take your own feedback today. Like, Mark, I'm averaging about hour 15 per signing. Then I would average, I would set out an hour 15 per closing and not do that based on a reader, but based more on your average signing time. Does that make sense?
Okay. And I guess my second question is, if you do encounter a reader, how do you go about it, Mark? How does Mark go about a reader?
Yeah, no. So what I teach you guys in class is, it is what it is, man. Like, your worst nightmare is getting feedback from a reader that you rush them. Because then the signing service won't use you, nor will the loan officer or escrow officer. So literally, it just is what it is. I sit there, I politely tell them that they have 3 days to read everything. If it's a refinance, I do my best to really take control of the signing by showing them how educated I am, by really doing a good, thorough job of summarizing the loan document. But even at that, I can still get people who won't trust me. And look, I respect that it's their loan and they got to take a few minutes to read. So what I usually do is I say, okay, no problem. You know, looks like you're a thorough signer, which is amazing. Do you mind if I take 5 minutes and call my next appointment and let them know that I'm going to run late? Now, sometimes they go, oh, you have another appointment. Sometimes they end up going a little bit quicker because they know we have another appointment because humans are humans. So I usually politely ask to be excused. I do that kind of strategically so they know that there's another appointment. Does that make sense? So,
okay.
But remember, if you're getting readers early on in your journey, sometimes it's just because they don't feel comfortable with your summarizations. So just know that as you get quicker with your summaries, that they should go faster. Usually readers happen, usually not all the time, because they don't feel super confident in your presenting of the docs. So it's not because they're readers, because you're only 10 in. So I would just be more patient, be more kind to yourself, and you'll get quicker as you do. But remember, the name of the game isn't speed. The name of the game is no errors.
Right.
Okay? All right. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. Keep going. Let's go. All right. So what a great conversation. What a great day. I am so glad you're here. My name is Mark Wills. I teach signing agents how to make money in this amazing industry. If you want more information, simply click the link in my bio. If you're an LSS student, thank you so much. Remember, SBO is here. We have a live training this Thursday on stress management. Look, being an entrepreneur sometimes is kind of hard. So you should be able to figure out from the experts how to deal with your day-to-day stress. We have one of the best stress management experts in America coming to SBO Live, so you can talk about anything that's stressing out your day and how you can get through that stress to be a better signing agent, better mom, better dad, better husband, better everything. But that is included for free. I'm out of here. I appreciate every single one of you. And remember, I believe in you, but I just can't believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Let's go. Bye, everybody.